do that. Do I have that commitment from you?
Nigeria is safer than in 2015 for a number of reasons. One, because so much effort and money has been channeled to fighting insecurity and challenges that bedeviled Nigeria before the current administration came to power. President Buhari campaigned on three securities: first and foremost, economy, fighting corruption.
One of the key issues is that when things happen, we seem to kind of blow it out of proportion. Don't forget that in terrorism, one of the key things they want is publicity. And so they dwell on it and push more of whatever they are doing into the public space.
Now, the Borno state I've heard about in many circumstances around my life as High Commissioner for Refugees and then as Secretary General was a Borno state of terrorism, of violence, of displacement, of despair. This is not the Borno that I found today. The Borno I found today is a Borno of hope, is a Borno with future.
Currently, you almost will not hear any incident in the Northeast, not because Boko Haram no longer exists, but because of the resilience of our troops. Now, this resilience only came by virtue of the training and the equipment support that they have.
There was a decline in pirate attacks and sea robbery in Nigeria's water, where the country reported only 11 piracy incidents and 3 sea robbery attacks in 2021 compared to what we had 22 incidents and 16 sea robbery attacks in 2020.
Sometimes we thought we could have a situation where there is no crime, there is no offense, there is nothing, because we say there is peace. There is nowhere in the world that security is 100%. Even where we look up to, we don't need to mention countries. We know there are incidences. We have reached a place in 2005 where we're having explosion here and there. Almost every time, there is probably no day or no we don't hear something. But now, in all honesty, when last did we hear that? Even before the advent of terrorism, we have had period of Anini in Nigeria. We have period of others of like that, you know. Assuming, for example, we have maybe another Anini. The way we look at him that time, we'll not look at him that time. We say it's terrorism now. And now the cry will be everywhere.
There is no inch of Nigerian soil under the control of any unwanted element. And I say that with all sense of pride and accomplishment. Not 1 inch of Nigerian soil is under any unauthorized control, illegal control of anybody. That is to the credit of President Muhammadu Buhari and his administration.
I can tell you that working with him is also like going to university. It's like learning a lot of things. He gives you the freedom to carry out your assignments. It doesn't hinder you, and he listens to you. And from time to time, he also tells you of his own experience in whatever area you are discussing.
For me personally, as DG NIA, he has been an inspiration. It's a delight to work with President Buhari. He gives you an assignment, and he always says loyalty is two-way. He expects you to be loyal and to do your work diligently and to be honest. And at the same time, he takes it for granted that you're going to do just that. He gives you everything that you need to be able to do, and he will say that I appointed this man and I have to mobilize and capacitate him or her to be able to do the job. If I don't do it, then he will have excuses. That is his philosophy. And because of that, he became a source of inspiration, a source of encouragement, but also a source of support both material and moral, for us to be able to do the job.
We're going to remember him for standing by us. There are a lot of opportunities that people have tried to taint the intelligence architecture, but he stood by us, and we're here today, being able to talk confidently about what he has done for us. We cannot forget him in a long, long time. When you look around you as an intelligence officer, you will know that when President Buhari was in power, the intelligence witnessed a giant stride that cannot be blemished in a very long time. That I can assure you.
A lot of assets have been acquired. Some are on ground, and then some are being expected. And of course, you know, as it is with a naval acquisition, it may be that President Muhammadu Buhari may have approved the auction of certain platforms, which may take the next 4 years to produce. So they may end up coming in country during the next president.
Aside from President Shagari, who bought so many platforms for the Air Force, is the next president that has bought more platforms for the Air Force. And he will be well remembered for equipping and also training the Air Force personnel. We've never had it this good since the time of President Shehu Shagari. No other president has done that. So we will be well remembered as one of the presidents that uplifted the capacity and capability of the Nigerian Air Force.
History certainly will vindicate him to have had the armed forces right at the heart of his vision for the nation. And I'm glad that he also, in my view, got it right when he declared that without security there cannot be no development, in sympathy, of course, with demands of the moment at the time he came into government. So the military is better for it. Our welfare has been improved upon. It was so magnanimous to look at the plight of the retirees and even the welfare of the ones that are serving, the conditions, the front line, and then to be able to see how best he can improve the welfare disposition. This is a president who did all that is possible to bring sanity within the security environment of Nigeria. And he did this by not just looking at the problems of the military, but equally other elements of the security forces, namely the police, the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps, the immigration, the Department of State Service, and of course, customs and immigration.
I believe we will leave a Nigeria that is more secure than we met, at least in terms of physical security, in terms of infiltration of our borders by aliens and by criminals. It's something we've been working towards. No country is able to achieve 100% success in fighting asymmetric wars within a short period of time. We've seen these things happening in countries. In fact, even going all the way back to biblical times, we've heard of Moabites, Amalekites, Hittites, Jebusites killing each other. You've heard of wars, Spartans, fighting, Athenians, for hundreds of years, and that is all because of the blend of the asymmetric elements with the normal conventional elements. Even in today's context, you've seen what's happened in the Middle East. Superpowers have had to run out and leave the situation worse than they met. And I'm not giving excuses for us. I'm not giving excuses, but I'm just trying to underline the fact that we're fighting a very, very difficult type of war, especially with the emergence of this social media that can mislead people. But I want to assure you that by the time President Buhari says good night to government on the 29th of May, Nigeria will be in a better situation.
I like that last line that said, of all the weapon in the world, the most dangerous of it all is love. And truly, love can be dangerous if you don't get it right. When I watch that documentary, it's just that in Regimental dinner, we don't ask people to clap. Even all this one I'm talking, on a good, pure military regimental, I shouldn't even say a word. But because it's a special one for Mr. President, that's why I'm privileged to stand and have the microphone to myself. When I was watching that, I saw the Navy on the water, and I remember when one naval officer was interviewing a young cadet, and he just asked the cadet, if in the course of all, you meet a storm, and the storm hits you from the front point of the ship, what would you do? The young cadet said, I will drop an anchor. So what about if it hits you from the back? I drop another anchor. Hit you from the side, I drop and this other side. Then the man just asked him, where are you getting all the anchors from? He said, okay, where you are getting the storms from? And also, a young man was busy cleaning one day, and he saw this book that they wrote, How to Fly a Plane. And the young man hurriedly bought the book because he works at the airport and he cleans planes. He's a cleaner in the airport. So one day he just got reading the book and he saw everything on how to fly a plane in the book. So one day he was privileged to enter a small plane, and in the course of cleaning, he just remembered everything that was in the book. So he brought out the book, how to start the plane. He started it, how to take it to the runway. It was going well. He took off with the plane, and he was enjoying. And when it was time for him to get down, he had gotten to the last page of the book. And when he opened, they said to learn how to land the plane, read part 2. And the guy was airborne. How? How will he land the plane? Mr. President, sir, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, we're still going to the third course, which is the desert. When I was young, when I heard the word desert, when I was not used to 3-course meal, I thought it was going to the Sahara Desert. I didn't know it was something edible. So we're going to be having that. But while that is going on, we'll refresh you a little with the band and just play some nice, maybe some cool, sweet music that will touch your soul. Could be old school, middle school, new school, no school, Sunday school, any school. Just enjoy the school. So let's enjoy this. I will start with this one by the late Robert Nesta Marley to celebrate what that word said, that the most dangerous weapon of all is love. So together we'll share this as we sing the song, One Love. Sing with me. Everybody say one love.
One love.
Say it's a one heart.
One heart.
Saying
let's get together and feel alright.
Everybody try me sing it.
One love.
Say it's a one heart.
One heart.
Saying
give thanks and praise to the Lord, and I will be alright.
Saying
let's get together and feel alright.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Let them pass on their dirty remarks.
One love.
Well, there is one question I really love to ask.
One heart.
Is there a place for the hopeless sinners who has hurt on mankind just to save his soul? Believe it.
One love.
What about the owner?
One heart.
What about the
let's get together, feel alright. around.
As it was in the beginning,
One love,
so shall it be in the end.
one heart,
Alright,
give thanks and praise to the Lord. And feel alright.
saying,
Let's get together and feel alright.
one more thing. Well, let's get together to fight this unholy Armageddon. When the man comes, there will be no two.
One heart,
A pity on those whose chances grow thinner. They ain't no hiding place from the Father of creation. Singing out, what about the model? What about the less?
together and feel alright.
I'm pleading to mankind.
Give thanks and praise
To the Lord,
and I will feel alright.
saying,
Let's get together and feel alright.
now, Mr. President has permitted me to sing this song to all Nigerians. And he said I should tell you something. So he said I should tell them, say, don't worry about a thing, cause every little thing is gonna be alright. We're singing, don't worry about a thing. Don't you ever worry.
Everything
Hey,
is gonna be alright.
say, I rise up this morning, I was smiling to the rising sun. 3 little birds, it's on my doorsteps, singing sweet songs of melody pure and true. What did the singer say?
This is my message to you people.
From Mr. President, he said, don't worry about the thing. He wants me to tell you,
Everything's gonna be alright.
it's gonna be alright. Baby, don't worry
Don't you worry.
about a thing. I will sing and sing, say,
Everything's gonna be alright.
I rise up this morning, I was smiling to the rising sun. 3 little birds, it's by my doorsteps, singing sweet song, a melody pure and true. What does the singer say?
This is my message to you people.
There's one of little songs I wrote. You might want to learn it note for note. Don't worry, be happy. In this life we have some troubles, but when you worry you make it double. So don't worry, be happy. Don't worry, be happy now. Shabadi badi badi. Don't you just worry, be happy. Don't worry, be happy. Ain't got no girl, ain't got no style, ain't got no lady to keep you blue. So don't worry, be happy. Cause when you worry, your face will frown, and that will bring anybody down. So don't worry, just be happy. Don't you worry, be happy, na 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 na. Shabadi badi badi. Yeah, yeah. You know what? When you have a friend like Aliko Dangote, and he calls you to his refinery, don't worry, be happy. In case you meet Tony Elumelu and he gives you his foundation, don't worry, be happy. Don't worry, be happy now. Shabadi badi badi. Rida da rida. Do 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 do. Yeah. And yesterday, courtesy of Mr. President, we were also very lucky as Nigerians to experience a very epoch-making event, which was the official opening of the world's largest refinery that was championed by our own great son, a great Nigerian. And when he was speaking, when we were listening to his speech, he did mention something, that he must thank the president for encouraging him to build such an epic, gargantua project. And he said it started by when he had a discussion with some friends, and when he said he wanted to build a refinery, and they said, no, Oga, only a stupid man will want to build a refinery in Nigeria. And he told the person, I will be that man to build the first refinery. And he said when the pressure was so hot on him that he feels it's going down, that it's just the president that will encourage him and say, go ahead. And that was the success we saw yesterday. And it was really, really, I was so proud to be a Nigerian. And I thank you, Alhaji Dr. Aligo Dangote, for granting Nigerians with such. So my application is coming tomorrow, Sha. I need a job. If it's just for me to be talking to the machine so that oil will be coming out, it's not a problem, it's still a job, sir. That's why I sang that song. I will not worry, I will just be happy. Because when we have people like you around, it's just to be happy. That's life. So don't you worry, be happy now. Oh, God. Men to men is so unjust. Children, you don't know whom to trust. Your worst enemy could be your best friend, and your best friend, your worst enemy. Some will eat and drink with you. Them behind them sus upon you. Only your friends know your secret, and only He could reveal it. And who that can fit, let them wear it. And who that can fit, let them wear it. I beg you gonna throw me corn. Said I mean no call of fire. I beg you gonna choo. Clock. Hey. Some will hate you, pretend they love you now. Then behind them, they try to eliminate you. But who just bless? No man cause. Thank God, for we have passed the worst. Hypocrites and parasites will come try to take a bite. And if your night should turn today, a lot of people will run away. Say who that can fit, let them wear it. And who that can fit, let them wear it. Say then I'm gonna throw me corn. Me no corn of fire. Like you gonna clock. Say you gonna throw me corn. You got all of fire. Yeah. been searching for true love. I gotta keep right on searching till I find. Nothing good comes easy, this I know. I gotta keep right on searching till I find. You know I've been searching for true love. I gotta keep right on searching till I find. Nothing good comes easy, this I know. I gotta keep right on searching till I find. Searching hard to find true love. That I know I ain't got much love, but I'll keep searching till I will find. You know as the Bible says, if you seek, you will find. There ain't no doubt the Bible must be right, but I keep right on till it's my turn. You know I've been searching for true love. I gotta keep right on searching till I find. Yes I will. Nothing good comes easy, this I know. I gotta keep right on searching till I find. Yes I will. Keep right on searching till I find. 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 Just taking you through some old school jams, refresh your memory with some good old songs. This one is popular by Rick Donaldson. Your love is so divine that I want you to be mine. I am helpless without your care. I'm going to hold you tight and squeeze you with all my might, because I am head over heels in love with you. So let me take a chance and to feel your warm embrace, because you are the one I've been waiting for. Remember, if you love me like I love only you, no knife could ever cut our love in two. So why can't you stay for just a little while? Mommy and Daddy, they will need us now. We look for real, it is this time alone. Why must you go when I need your company? You better watch what you're doing to me. You better watch what you're doing to me. You better watch what you're doing doing to me. You better watch what you're doing to me. You better watch what you're doing to me. Yeah. Okay, we'll still be playing. We just want to change the tempo of the music now. Let's come back, Niger. Let's come back home to play some high life. So I remember back then when you were in Rukuba, I know you used to have some good time with some nice, good music. And we're just going back to those kind of songs to make it easier. So we'll play some high life to just make the day more relaxing. You know, the worst thing that can happen to you as an MC is when you are doing the work and other people are enjoying on your behalf. You people have had starter, main course, dessert. Me and they swallow saliva. I'll get there. When I complain one day at an event, they say, MC, your belly too big. You know they're hungry. I told them, don't follow the stomach. It's evidence of good wife. When I got married, I didn't have this thing I carry. I was one slim, fine, six-pack, good-looking guy. In the course of looking for a wife, I decided to marry an Igbo lady. And we went to see my mother the first year of the marriage. And my mother caused my problem. My mother looked at my wife, I'm precious. You know, in the eyes of your mother, no matter how big you are, as far as she's not the one feeding you, you have not grown fat. My mother said, Precious, is this how you are going to be taking care of my son? Better give him food, though. I didn't know my mother has given my wife license to overfeed me. When we got back to Lagos, when I was staying in Lagos, my wife took the liberty to make sure I eat at every time. 3 a.m. fufu, 230 pounded yam. Even when I'm not hungry, she will give me food. Before I knew it, I started blossoming. And in my mother's eye, yes, my wife is trying. But in my own life, I was dying. Because there was a point, what you are seeing now is the reverse standard edition. What I carried before was King James. If you see it, when I'm moving, my stomach will be leading the way. The only thing is that the Inspector General of Police is here. If not, I would have said what this stomach has helped me with the police. The police don't arrest me. Once I see them in front, I recline my seat, shoot out the stomach. And I just saw the story. I'm like, Officer, how are you? You just see your guy, your boys are here, carry on. So it has advantage. Okay, let's do some high life. So, when you see the stomach, the time, it has its own political antecedent. There was a time I traveled out of the country, and when I got to the airport, everybody was just calling me honorable, honorable, honorable. Me, I thought it was just a good title. Because later I asked one of them, why are you calling me honorable? He said, oh, God, see what you carry now. This one now, body of person will get money. All right. So let's just do some high life. Okay. So, while the music will be going on, you see the waiters are already standing with the decanters in their hands. They'll also be waiting when the signal comes. Those who know the rudiments knows what to do. Please, for those who don't know, civilians like me, if the decanter gets to you and it is empty, please don't drop it on the table. If you try them, you buy job. Just lift it up. The waiters will see you and replace it with another bottle. And the table, it must not touch the table. I'm only repeating this because I know some of you did not read the procedures. You think it's normal dinner. It's not normal, though. For those of you who thought you came with the president, it will not save you when you misbehave in the mess. Please, that it must not touch the table. As you carry, pass to the next person, take your pass. If it's empty, raise the bottle, they will refill it. Thank you. I just did that to save some people problem. I'm not supposed to announce it. But I have some brothers here who don't know. Let's go. I like this, like that, I like this, I like that, yeah. Baby, you go tell me, Allah ligi Allah tabi, chie chie chie. The boss. So we Allah tabi, baby, you go tell me, Allah ligi Allah tabi. Chie, chie, chie. Allah, what am I? He could tell him Allah, what am I? He could tell him he could tell him Allah, what am I? Hey, he could tell him yeah, so we are at my day. Cheer, cheer, cheer. Na 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 na. Hey, Allah tell me more. He go tell me more.